Not at all. Because terrorism is not from Islam. Terrorism is not permissible. Terrorism is not practiced in Islam. Terrorism comes from weak individuals who have no patience. But Allah commands us to be patient. If you think about the time of the Prophet ﷺ and his companions, before they were commanded to war, how patient they were. Times when the Prophet ﷺ would be in sujood. And people, people from the Quraysh would throw, camel, subhanAllah, would throw feces and stuff on his head while he's prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you think of these things, many of us would just jump up, throwing punches. Some of us would just run to the car, pop the trunk. We would go crazy. You throw doodle on me while I'm praying to my Lord? But the patience, the virtue of the Prophet ﷺ and his companions, it just reminds you of how we need to be the same way. We need to be patient. We need to practice our religion. Because I haven't been to a secular country or a non-Muslim country yet that says you can't pray. I've never been to a country yet that says this is one of the laws, their constitutional law, that you can't pray here. No one says that in Australia. There's no law, there's nothing legislated that says you can't pray. You can't be a Muslim here. So if no one is, being oppressed, if no one is stopping you from worshiping Allah, then why do we busy ourselves worrying about, acting out of emotion and not acting out of, looking for the pleasure of Allah? Many of you know the hadith of Ali radiallahu anh when he was on the battlefield. And the man, he struck a man and he fell, and Ali was standing over him ready to butcher him alive. And the man spit in his face. And what did Ali do? He spared his life. Why? Because at that very moment, he wasn't going to kill him for the sake of Allah. By him spitting it in his face, it changed his whole intention. He was going to do it out of anger. He was going to do it out of frustration. But he stopped himself. Because at that time, when that war was a commandment for the Sahaba to carry out, he couldn't carry out that particular moment because it wasn't for the sake of Allah. So we have to be patient, first and foremost, with ourselves. Then we have to be patient with others. And we definitely don't need to busy ourselves with these individuals who cannot control themselves and allow their emotions to steer the car. You understand? So may Allah free us from this and make us from those, who He is pleased with, inshallah.